After the recent teaser for the upcoming packing kits, I had an idea for a build, which is what this video is going to be. If you don't know what that teaser was, it was essentially a video of a sim watching TV, and they kept flicking between the channels. The first channel was basically an image of a family outside in the garden, and yeah, the next one was some sort of romantic channel. But the third and fourth ones are the channels that I'm most interested in, because the third channel was a moon over a lake with a howling noise in the background. And obviously that brings to mind the idea of werewolves, which has been, from what I've seen, quite a highly requested feature. Like, not incredibly requested like Cars and Babies and Generations is, but I've seen it be quite popular. The next channel was a creepy looking alleyway with a shadow appearing from the background, which could also be werewolves, I guess. So that inspired this video. I have my own theories to what the other clips meant for the two kits, because I think the werewolf one would be the game pack that we know is coming out because of the roadmap that's been released. I hope I'm explaining this okay, because I don't know if it really makes much sense. I'll see when I'm editing this if it does. But essentially this build was inspired by that sneak peek, because I think it's going to be werewolves. I hope I'm right, and I hope this video doesn't come out after it's been revealed, and if it does, it's revealed that it is werewolves and that I was right, because if I'm not right, this video just doesn't really look very good. I'm going to be building a house or like a burrow for some werewolves. I don't really know. The werewolves don't live in burrows, but I think that's an interesting idea. Basically like a hobbit hole crossed with werewolf lair. I don't know. I'll just start building and have a go. What I think will the other kit, so the kits would be, because there are two kits coming out this 2 months before May and June, yeah. And what I have, my idea for what they could be is one of them would be some sort of romantic kit, because of the kind of like a late night one. So because it had that romantic TV show, and it also had, its description was something about like nights out. I can't really remember what it said. It was something along those lines. And what I think other kit could be is an outdoor sleepover kit, because the description was like, I don't really remember what it was. I'll have to check and I'll put it up on the screen here. But it made me think of sleepovers along with the picture, the TV program thing. It kind of seems like it could be an outdoor sleepover because it had families and children, and the whole theme for it was supposed to be like nighttime activities, which is why the idea is werewolves, romance, and sleepovers in my head. That's what I think it could be. I hope I'm right, because then I look so cool. If I'm wrong, then that's quite sad. Why did I put a roof on this? Because it's meant to be a kind of underground burrow thing, isn't it? That was a waste of my time. Why did I do that? Alright. I hate using terrain tools, but I want to see if I can... This isn't going to work. I want to see if I can make it look like it's underground. I don't know how people do this, because I've seen it done before. So I don't know what they did. Because this is looking really bad right now. I wish you could paint the side so it's not all rock, because if you try to, it just doesn't work. That's what I put in my improving the Sims 4 base game video. If you haven't seen that, you should check it out, because I make some amazing points, as I always do. And it's just a great video. Like all my videos on this channel, you should check every single one of them out. I don't have many. So, wait, okay. I need to think of this practically for werewolf, because then, even if it doesn't look good, when the werewolf packs comes out, you can have realism. So, werewolves don't like I don't know if they don't like it, because moonlight the full moon makes them turn into a werewolf. And maybe they don't want to be a werewolf 24/7. I don't know. There are just so many versions of werewolves. I don't know which one the Sims will go with. Because, yeah. So, but basically, maybe they don't want to be out in the full moon. So this is where they go to hide. That's why it's underground. That's why it's a burrow. Do I stick a load of these wolf thingamajoggles up here? Because they're werewolves. And werewolves are dogs, if you didn't know that. But they're like a type of dog. They're not. Well, yeah, they are. Wolves. But they're not the same thing, but they are similar. So, do I do that? Or do I get... Where's the vampire spooky ones? And is there anything that looks like a werewolf in that? Because I don't remember. So, we've got the kneeling fairy, which I think is a bit too whimsical. Like, it can be creepy, but it's too whimsical for that. We've got the gargoyle, which is interesting. We've got the winged lamb of death. I need that somewhere in here. We've got this beautiful lady. We have the concrete donkey from City Living. Do we have anything else that could possibly be werewolf related though? Oh, gravestones. I want those. I don't know why I want them. It's spooky. Werewolves are kind of spooky, so I'll put it down for later. Oh, there's this thing. But it's got a cat on it, so it doesn't completely fit the theme. Ooh, on the hunt. That makes me think of werewolves. That phrasing. Yeah, this is a dog. It says it in the description. So, is there anything else? I'm probably forgetting something, but I can't see anything. So, I will delete these things because I have chosen what I want to include in my build. And who knows, maybe I'll change my mind, but right now I don't really want to. Okay, we need some symmetry. Look how beautiful that is. And I think I'll size up the one in the middle just to make it look like the alpha. Wow. Because everyone knows there has to be an alpha of the pack. I'm annoyed that werewolves didn't come with vampires, because that could have been so cool. I think people know what sort of thing I wanted. Like the whole vampire rivalry with werewolves. Like, that's kind of interesting. I wonder where I got that from. But it is so funny. So I think that'd be really cool. And I don't know if they'll be able to do that if they include vampires. No, sorry, werewolves with another pack. I want a pond in here somewhere because I just really want one. What was I saying? Because I don't really think that werewolves, I don't know how well they'll be able to do like the cross-pack gameplay, because I know they do some of that. Just how well will they be able to do it? Because if it's just, I want fun interactions that aren't just like a bit boring. I don't know if that's a controversial opinion, but I want this game to be good. Did you read that? It says werewolf gargoyle. I'm gonna read out the description just because this feels like it was meant to be. This is why werewolf should have come with a vampire pack, because they had it ready and everything. All right, reading the description. Crouched menacingly as if to pounce, this werewolf is a vigilant, if not terrifying sentry. Thank goodness it's just stone. Was that hinting that werewolves are coming? It's not going to be just stone for long. Ooh, all that drama. Wow. So this has to be on the build. I knew I was getting something. They can't include vampires without werewolves. They are the duo that have been together since the beginning. It all looks a bit sad from the back. But the back is the forest, so only the werewolves come out here when they come to scream. Wait, what's this? I placed this in the perfect place because this is the werewolf gargoyle statue and it's a werewolf altar. I'm so smart. I totally knew that was here. What? Like, how did I actually do that? I've never really gone to this world, but there's so much creepy stuff in it. Like, look at that. There's a creepy fairy sitting there. Wow. This is such a cool world. I need to play in it more because I'm blown away right now. I'm not going to decorate this whole area. I'll put like a mat here and then move on. And then they go walk down into their secret base. I think there's probably more than one of them because everyone knows that wolves hunt in packs. So they'll have a whole like bunk bed area where they can spend their time. They'll have a toilet area. So toilets here. This is entranceway. There'll be a toilet way there. This is bunk bed area. And I feel like they should have a secret place. So I think this, I'll make the bunk bed area a little bit smaller. Then there can be a secret room where their leader goes. So this is the leader's study, office, quarters, the leader's quarters. The alpha has their own private headquarters, quarters, study, place they sleep and work, basically. The alpha has that area. And then they have a secret area where I don't know what will be there, but basically they'll have a bookcase door, it'll be secret, and that can go there, right opposite the toilets because naturally. This is the entranceway. I'll decorate it more, but I'm a bit bored by it. This build is going to take absolutely forever. I've been recording for like an hour already. And where am I? Not done. I thought this was going to take half an hour because I thought I'd come up with a teensy tiny build and it would be done. But no, I guess not. Do I use this shower or this shower? If I get the right color, this shower. Because I think I want to use spa day because this is a kind of, they got a lot of money for backing this. I don't know how they got that money. Maybe they've inherited the money, they're like rich secretly, or maybe they stole it, or maybe they have a job and I don't know, but they somehow have this much money to afford quite a cool werewolf club with no room for toilets because I've laid this room out very badly. So this is getting moved. I think this bathroom is done. Yeah. I don't care if I forgot something. Moving on to the party room. I want to do the party room because I think it will be interesting. This is how they make money. This is how the person who, the alpha who runs this whole thing, can afford to keep the lot and to help look after all these displaced werewolves. So that's this whole club thing. They charge people to come to the club and it's a really cool club. So I need to make it look interesting and not boring. What am I gonna do with this whole area? I'll put this thing here. I need to get rid of the lights because I know one thing. Clubs are not very bright. This is an interesting build. So I'm saying this is done because I don't know what goes in a club. I've never been to one. I don't know what to do here. So we are saying it's done. Maybe I'll have only one light because even though it's not very even, it doesn't look nice. But you can't really see it anyway when you're playing, and also like I don't want it too bright. This is the werewolf bunking room area, so where they hang out. So I want to use bunk beds because that's the kind of thing I feel like would go here. These are the bunk beds for the no, they're not vampires, they're werewolves who live here. They can have their own like personalities. You can have this guy, this person really likes guitars and acts like films and stuff. So this is a cool werewolf den where the people who live here are university students and they are also werewolves, and that's their story. Yay. It's a bit of an interesting story. I don't know, somehow I'll turn this whole mess of content into a video, and you don't have to, but it would be good if you could subscribe, yeah, for a start, then you should probably like the video, because I put a lot of effort into recording this video. I dread to think what it's going to be like to edit this video, because it is so long. Like, this is going to be a bad time for me. I've got stuff to do this week, and now I've got to edit this massive and long video. I'm really glad I recorded it today, because if I hadn't, that'd be bad. And, alright, here's a deal. If this video comes out on a time where the werewolves pack has turned out not to be real, and this video makes me sound like a complete raving mad person, then you are obligated to subscribe, because otherwise that's just really upsetting for me, because it's just upsetting. And you know, subscribing's free, and I make good content aside from when I'm doing strange werewolf content. I don't know, but you should subscribe, because I've said this about 50 times in the video, but I want you to, and I would like to get what I want. The bunk bed area is done. Now I'm moving on to the fun part, the secret part, the alphas room. This is the strangest video ever recorded. I don't care that there's been someone who did something really wacky for that video. I don't care. This one's automatically stranger. I just had a funny idea. I just had an absolutely hilarious idea. Ha, that's their bed. I'm a comedian. This is funny. Peak comedy. Wow. How funny I am. Maybe the thing about being the alpha is that they can't, I don't know, they don't just turn into the alpha into a werewolf when it's full moon. They turn into the werewolf anytime it's night. So they have this whole bed set up because they don't want anyone else to know that being the alpha is so hard, because you're constantly turning into the werewolf, because they want to put on a brave face. But really, it's really horrible, because they're just the wolf the whole time. So the alpha actually sleeps on this thing, which is why they have their own private quarters, because they're the strongest werewolf. They have to take on the burden of being the strongest. I've been talking for too long, and now my voice has died. That can tell you how long this video is, because I can't speak anymore. This hasn't happened before, but it's happened now. So you now have to endure the rest of this video with me with a croaky, horrible voice. This is what you did to me. YouTube, I blame you. I need to add some more things to make it actually like people know that this is a werewolf burrow. So I'll do that once I'm done with everything else, because I need it to look like werewolves would live in, or just like random people, because that's what it looks like right now. I need to get more creative with this, because that's what this build is missing: creativity and storytelling. I'm saying that this room is done because I am kind of sick of this build right now. This build has got me going through a lot of different phases, and right now the current phase is I am sick of this build and it's stressing me out. I just had an idea where I'm going to put the vault door here, because I mentioned it previously in the video. I might cut that bit out, but I'm putting the vault from Get Famous in here because it's going to keep all their money in, and that's what the werewolf leader has been doing. I don't know what the story here is. It's just that this is the werewolf den, and there's an alpha wolf, because I have to have one, because it's a werewolf inspired build, and it's the trope. I have to fit into the trope because it's funny and I like laughing at it. So how can I laugh at it if it's not included? Exactly, I can't. So it's just hard. They can do yoga for all I care. They can have a meditation stool because they want to find inner peace with, because they have their whole thing where they turn into a werewolf at night, and so they're trying to get rid of that because they don't really want to turn into a werewolf the whole time, but they have to put on a brave face for their friends in the werewolf pack, so they just carry on. But this is where they go to relax and be themselves. Maybe they have a secret hobby that they feel like they can't share with anyone because it will make them look weaker than they want to portray themselves as. And it's yoga, and it's also, what else do they like? They really like knitting. I know. Yeah, they 100% are really, really into knitting. That is their favorite thing. But they have to kind of keep it secret because they don't feel like they can share that with other people, because they're worried that they're going to get teased, they're worried that they're going to get made fun of, you know, all those horrible things. This person just, they keep it secret, but their passion is knitting. It's not being a werewolf. It's not this whole super villain arc thing. They just really love to knit. And they also really like cats, which is their secret as well. They love cats, and you know, you can't tell that to a group of werewolves that you prefer cats to dogs, because like they're dogs and it just doesn't work out for anyone involved with that whole situation. So this is their secret. They're not some edgy super villain. They are a knitting cat enthusiast. I think this is some of my best storytelling work ever about the werewolf who loves cats and loves to knit. The werewolf alpha, no less. But they can't because they're a werewolf and it's like forbidden love, except it's like they just really like cats. But they do have one dog in their collection because it reminds them of who they are in reality. This is them. And no matter how much they love cats, they have to remember that they, in themselves, are a werewolf, and they have to be proud of that. This is what the story is. I'm going to finish this room and then add in little Easter eggs about them being werewolves throughout the build, because I think that could be interesting. But how do I do this? I hate doing hallways. It's so dull. Oh, I don't have an area for them to eat. That's what I'm missing. I have an idea. Maybe the people here just think they have a lot of dogs. You know? Like, who knows? They don't care. They don't ask questions. They just come to the club. Maybe they don't care. Maybe they know. Maybe they're open to letting people eat what they want. And maybe they're less judgmental than the average person, which is a good thing. Don't be judgy. And I know there aren't enough bowls for every person in here. There are how many? 10? There are what? 4 bowls? They can take it in turns. There's no rush. This is it looks very different on the outside. So that's the outside, and this is the inside. I am quite proud of this. Sorry, the misfunction with the words. Sorry with the whole mishap with that camera there. I'm quite proud of this build. I didn't really add all that much in with extra details. I think I probably should add in like a couple dog posters just because it's funny. It is to me. So like stuff like this, because I think that is hilarious. I don't know who, like, if anyone watching this finds this as funny as I do, but to me this is peak comedy. Wow, this is so funny. I hope you enjoyed this video, because it's done now. I don't care if I've forgotten something, because I am so proud of myself with this. This is a spectacular build. Subscribe, as I've already told you to do several times if you've been listening. Like the video, comment on it, telling me how amazing you loved my storytelling and how amazing this build is. And then share it with a friend, this video, because everyone needs to see this masterpiece. Thank you and goodbye.